So as we already know, Fortnite has vaulted all guns this season and replaced them with blasters. They have infinite ammo and can spray enemies for a lot of damage. However, I was curious and I wonder, what are the best blasters in Fortnite? Today I will be answering that by ranking every single blaster in this Fortnite season by its type. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe since I'm getting closer to 200 subscribers. Anyways, let's take a look at the first set of weapons. Alright, so first we got pistols. Number 2, I have the Star 34 blaster pistols. These pistols are basically just like dual pistols. They're like newer weapons this season as well, so I don't know too much about them. But when I would use them, I remember it was like kind of like they're like medium range. They're like not that long of range, and they actually do shred a decent bit. But the thing is, like once you reach like the end game, sort of like they can kind of get replaced by like actual like ARs and stuff. So they're only useful for like off spawn when you're trying to win a fight, and maybe like somewhere in the middle of the game they could be useful. Alright, for number 1, we got the DL44 blaster pistol. This is actually a really good pistol. It does 34 damage and it's common rarity, and it's a good substitute for snipers, and since it's like very long range. Also, keep in mind, I'll be listing as many weapons like in their common rarity form when I'm talking about their damage. Some obviously are not going to be common rarity because they don't have a common rarity for that weapon, but I'll just be talking about them in their common rarity. Alright, we got snipers. So for number 3, I have the IQA-11 Marksman Blaster Rifle. Now the thing is, this sniper isn't really a sniper, it's more of like a DMR, but we're going to call it a sniper for now because it basically is kind of a sniper. It does 63 damage in its uncommon rarity, but it's actually not that bad. I used to use it like all the time at the start of the season, but then it got like replaced by better snipers in the later season, like the later updates, especially like with the ambient sniper rifle, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment. Oh, it does have a 120 headshot, which is actually pretty nice, and yeah, it's actually not that bad. Alright, for number 2, we got the ambient sniper rifle, like as I just mentioned. It does 98 damage in its rarity, and it's like one of the newer snipers this season, so I know some stuff about, but not too much. It's actually really broken when I got to use it. It does like, it's so satisfying to hit snipes with, and I actually am pretty good with it. It also does have thermal vision, which it could be useful for some players, but it's like okay. Overall, the sniper isn't that terrible. Number 1, we got the Wookiee Bowcaster. I mean, this thing is basically a sniper, sort of. It doesn't really have a scope or anything, but it's still basically like really long range. It does 90 damage in its rarity, and it's more of like an explosive weapon, and it could deal damage like if the bullet lands like right next to the player, it will also hit and deal damage to them, which is actually really broken because I could just like shoot right next to their wall or something and it'll hit them perfectly. Yeah, it could deal damage from like insanely like long distances as well, making it just like an insane thing to have like if you're on high ground or whatever. And yeah, it's one of my favorite weapons this season. Alright, so for number 1 with the SMGs, it's the CR2 Blaster Rifle. It's the only SMG this season, so I can't really compare and contrast it, but it's actually pretty good. I used it in Zero build, and it's like not that bad, but there's just better weapons that you can put in your inventory. Like it just gets overall just generally placed. It does 13 damage in its common rarity, and it just sprays. Its fire rate is insane. Overall, yeah, it is really fun weapon to use. Alright, this is where it got serious. We got the shotguns. So for number 3, I have the ACP Scarab Blaster. This shotgun's it's like okay. It does 99 damage in its common rarity, but the thing is, it's basically just like a pump shotgun but worse. It's got a pretty low fire rate for what it does, and it's overall like not the best shotgun in the game right now. It does have a small reticle, so you need to aim just the slightest bit like more accurately, but yeah, overall the outcome as a result just isn't that good. Number 2, I got the BARM ST12 Scarab Blaster. This thing is actually kind of broken. I used to use it all the time at the start of season, and I still use it every now and then, like now. It does 72 damage in the common rarity, and it's basically just a better tactical shotgun. It's got like a wider reticle and a faster fire rate, and even like since the blasters can like overheat this season, it's kind of annoying. But this blaster just doesn't overheat. I counted, and I remember it was doing up to like 10 shots before it could overheat. So it was just basically like attack shotgun with like more ammo. It's just really broken. It's been consistently good. Number 1, I got the CA87 Scarab Blaster. I mean, it's pretty obvious, like, once players start using this thing, that was going to be #1 on my list. It's basically just a better version of the ACP, and it does 146 damage in the con rarity, which is a 47 damage difference from the ACP. It isn't, like, insanely broken. The only thing is, that makes the shotgun, like, not the greatest, is it's got 1 blast. It has a 3-second reload time, making it, like, really, really annoying to use, like, in a build fight. However, most players have found a workaround to it to just, like, reload and then build, like, while it's reloading, so that kind of just fixes the issue. So that basically just does make it worth it if you get into a lot of build fights, because you can one-pump people without having to hit a headshot, making this thing, like, insanely busted. Alright, the last category is assault rifles, and arguably probably the most important category. Number 5, I have the E11 Blaster. It does 26 damage in its con rarity, and it's overall, like, okay. There's obviously way better, like, assault rifles in this game, and the thing is, it's just like only a good weapon use if you're, like, off spawn and you need, like, a weapon to, like, kill someone with, because, like, it's like a medium range weapon, and it does spray a decent bit, but honestly, once you reach, like, the middle game, the end game, it just becomes completely useless. Number 4, I got the F11D Blaster. It's kind of just a slightly better version, in my opinion, of the E11 Blaster. It sprays slightly faster with a better fire rate, and it does 23 damage in its con rarity. The slight damage decrease does, like, make up, though, it definitely doesn't make it, like, the worst AR, in my opinion, because the fire rate definitely just straight carries this thing. Number 3, I have the DC-15 Heavy Blast Rifle. Now, the thing is, this rifle is honestly one of my favorites this entire season. It's a really good assault rifle, but the thing is, they're just better, like, ones that are currently in the game right now. It does 36 damage in the con rarity, and it can actually hit people from, like actually pretty long range. Like, I see myself shredding, like, the X-Wings and the TIE Fighters in there with this thing, and it's actually, like, really good. Number 2, I have the DLT-19 Blaster Rifle. This thing does 21 damage in its con rarity, and the reason it's so high up is because it can spray insanely fast despite being an AR. So it's basically just like an AR and an SMG in one. The only thing about it, though, is that it's bullet drop off, which kind of is annoying, but it's, like, actually pretty good, though, when you use it. And for number 1, I have the A280 CFE Blaster Rifle. Now, this has been my number 1 AR, like, the entire season, like, since day 1. It does 27 damage in its common rarity, and it has a scope, so it's, like, a really good long-range AR. It also does have bullet drop-off, which makes it a little annoying, but overall, it doesn't really matter. This thing just isn't, it just shreds, bro. It's, like, I can use it sort of as well, like, up close, because it's not, like, that inaccurate up close. It's just, like, but it's just really good when you're spraying from, like, on top of a tower or something, and you're shooting down at the enemies below. It just does so much damage. And it has a mythic variant as well, if you can manage to get that. So that just makes it one of the best ARs in the game, in my opinion. Alright, that's the end of all my rankings. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe to Rag Wins, because I am getting pretty close to 200 subscribers. Let me know if I should make more videos like this, where, like, scripted, and, like, I have, like opinions to, like, list. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.